What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. We are here with Scout Harden in the Deep Roads.
If we retrace
We
their
gotta
steps,
investigate
we'll
some
figure
missing
out what happened to
dwarves.
them. I hope.
We also gotta take a peek around for some loot.
I don't know what we'll find here.
Be on my guard and my watch. Surely there's lots of goodies in the Deep Roads, right? Definitely merits checking. You know, I've completely forgotten who we even decided to level up last episode. Did I decide to go with the Veil Jumpers? I know it wasn't the Crows because it didn't look like they had much, but I think that's because I let them get slaughtered. I don't know, I'll have to see. I think I decided Veil Jumpers. I think they would make the most sense. The fact that you got this whole ass side room here that you just wouldn't check if you weren't playing how I'm playing, you just miss all this. They went through all this effort just not to have you come this way. I imagine it's something with the, it seemed like a Titan spirit almost that was interacting with Harden last time when it got angry and summoned that mechanism to fight us. I'm sure it's a lost spirit of the Titans or one left over. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, right? When we had dealt with that stuff in Inquisition, that was a tie-in from way back when, too.
They were definitely here.
This is good. We're headed in the right direction.
Anything sneaky and cheeky. I did always like the Deep Roads aesthetic, even if they've never nailed it as much as they did in Origins. It still manages to look good, even in the other iterations. Anything that has like that lost, fallen kingdom kind of vibe to it, though, I'm kind of a sucker for.
Here. Let's go.
A stone sign with directions left by the Kalsharok dwarves to mark an entrance into the Deep Roads. I wonder if we're actually going into the Deep Roads here. Or if we're just gonna mess around on the entrance to it.
I think there's a passage back here. Stand back. I'll move this rock aside.
I mean, we went into the Deep Roads briefly in Dragon Age 2, and then little forays into cracks that lead to the Deep Roads in Inquisition, but we haven't been to the Deep Roads proper since Origins. It's a shame, because there's a lot of potential there. Imagine the fun quests and exploration you could do with all these lost tags and stuff like that. Hopefully they give it here.
I don't mind a few shadows, but that's dark.
And it looks like the passage leads down.
Of course it does. At least Illyrium is blue. It'd be a more serious issue if it was red.
Undead? Why are there undead things here?
All it takes is a thin enough veil and some angry spirits.
What I
Right now, explain later.
can get executed though. Chunky fucking combat. You can get a taste.
Now it's your turn.
Looks dwarven. It might belong to one of the missing Kalsharok dwarves. Come on, let's try to find a way forward.
Oh, undead is not exactly what I expected to find in here. I was thinking more darkspawn, but
Head this way. Harding, please.
As that red lyrium I was talking about would be a problem.
This rock, it feels... Rook, I think there's someone in there.
Hold that thought, Harden. We saw in Inquisition what red lyrium can do to people.
You. It's you.
I wouldn't trust that right off the bat.
It's me, Harding.
But you were... no, it couldn't have been. Oh, my head.
Can you tell us what happened?
We were on patrol. Stolgol thought he heard something. Someone weeping, he said. He left to investigate. Never returned. Soon we all started to hear it. The weeping, the whispers. Something took me as I rested. A shadow tinged with red. The last thing I saw before suffocating darkness.
How did you survive in a rock?
That's your question? Right now?
I think it's a valid
It's a
question.
dwarven thing. Children of the stone?
Our philosophers may have an answer, but I do not.
Just rest. You're no longer in danger.
Something's still out there.
But it's not after you anymore.
I understand. May the ancestors be with you.
We should keep going. I sense someone else close by.
Be careful. Trust nothing you hear. Trust nothing you see.
That's probably good
And
advice.
thank you, Harding.
Stay here. You'll be safe.
Relatively speaking.
Let's keep going.
A lot of these deep roads places are always going to be jammed full of like old mining operations and things that used to work but don't anymore.
Really old mining equipment.
There's lyrium all through these rocks. I'm not surprised people tried to get at it.
What is it Shepard says in Mass Effect? Your observational skills are inspiring. A memento. Can't hit that then at all. It'll be later that we get that, I'm guessing. I'd like to go get that memento
Scuff
though.
marks. It looks like someone was...
Dragged away.
We have to find them.
With the yellow blood. Okay, so I'm seeing how I jump across. It should have been a routine patrol, but then some of us started hearing things and seeing things. I think there's something down here with us. He got dragged up the wall. Sure I didn't miss anything. So far so good. I'm glad I finally realized that you can do that and just bash those things open, because there was a while in this game where I didn't know you could do that, and I was just walking by the ladders that you could knock down. Glad we figured that out. Alright, before I get carried away, let's go on this left side and get that memento before I forget it exists. If it'll even let us. Yeah, well, we can go through here like this. Hello, Fade Chest. That wasn't on my to-do list. I'm glad I came this way. Paragon's Silent Gaze. It's a medium helmet. 88 defense, 30% ability damage, which is down 5. Nearby enemies targeting you slowly deal less damage every second. This effect resets if they stop targeting you. Okay, so that would be good if I was playing a tank still with sword and shield and champion. Yoink. Let's do it. Blade of the Paragon Unyielding. Actually, looks like it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna have to check out the aesthetics on that. One thing I keep catching in my recordings too when I go back and edit or timestamp and look over things to make sure they're all how they should be is every time I try to say self-reflection, I keep saying self-inflection. And I don't know why I keep doing that, because inflection is something totally different. It's self-reflection. When I talk about how people need to think about their actions and self-reflect, that's what I'm trying to say. I caught myself in like 5 or 6 videos now saying self-inflection.
Feel them. Keep looking.
That is indeed a misspeak. That is not the term we're looking for.
Now, demons.
You're about to have a very bad day, friend.
Gives them a shot to break through.
Get his little bitches out first. Sadistic envy and despair demons. This one's dead, I think, because it's not lit up anymore. We'll see.
I thought I'd die in there. Thank you.
Take your time and stay safe.
I was walking like a shambling corpse. I thought we were about to have to put him down. Later if I'm still in need. It's the chest that's right above me. I'm sure we can loot.
Let's look for a way to get there.
That would be that way, but first, do I have a way to loop back? For the chests and goodies, I don't think so, at least not yet. Maybe that way. Hastily drawn map of the area's tunnels. Someone has scribbled Cora, last seen here in the corner. and drawn an arrow pointing to a nearby chamber.
Look, there's a way through here.
Yeah. Oh, this cheeky little side path. This is right behind that cave-in, I think. My god, I didn't think we were gonna make that. Yeah, it's the chest I was looking for. Still inaccessible for now, but that's where it would have took us. Yeah, there we go. Now it's active. Perfect. Quick hop and a skip back if we ever need it. Yeah, I don't think we're making that jump back. Yeah, we're not. No, that's why the shortcut's there, because you gotta take that and then run back around. Had to try, just in case. It's not that far of a journey, it's just right up here. This game has been actually really pleasant so far to play. I'm excited to do a different playthrough though. I'm curious how the Rogue is going to play out. I played Warrior just because canonically all my canon characters are Warriors, but usually I guess the best in slot that I have is usually my Rogue. That's usually the best builds that I make. So I'm excited to try Rogue in this one. If I do mess around with that and I happen to find something that I think I'm proud of, then I'll probably make a build video. Because we've had some fun with rogues in this series. When I get around to my Dragon Age 2 Let's Play, it'll probably be a warrior as well. I'll do
Someone else is close by. Come on.
the speedy hands build that I like to use so much with warrior, with the Veilguard.
You're safe now.
Blighting? What's happening?
It means we're on the right track.
Telling these people that they're safe when they're still so deep in these mines is kind of an interesting thing, right? Like, he said you're safe right as the ground shakes so hard he almost falls over. I don't know if safe is the right word. My Rook is just standing here with his hands on his hips looking at him. He looks very judgy. Take care of this for me, Harden. Dragon Age 2 I think is actually very underrated. I'm excited for that one. I've been kind of jonesing for some shooting too, so it might be time to just go ahead and start remastering the Mass Effect trilogy Let's Play too. I don't know, I get pulled in a bunch of different directions if I allow myself to be, so I gotta kind of just take this stuff one series at a time, I think. Lest I end up making like 18 series at once. Which might be fun variety-wise on the channel, but I don't know how I'd fit all that into an upload schedule. Almost have our next ultimate for whatever we're going to face up top. Yeah, I think at this point we might have picked up the majority of the available loot in the game, because now everything is just giving us rarity upgrades. The tunnels are shifting. If you find this, turn back. Do not follow. Stalguard. Following is kind of what I do, especially when it's an ally in danger.
Locked. Harding, can you... Thanks, Harding.
That was easy.
That wasn't me, Rook. I didn't move that.
That's why it was easy.
What do you mean?
I don't know what to tell you.
We're totally falling through this when we touch it. Oh not. It looks so shitty and like shoddy that I thought for sure we were just gonna like slam right through that.
Doesn't feel like the red lyrium of the
Don't worry about that later.
Click on this.
Demons coming.
Set up to do the rest.
Roll that, can't jump it.
I think this is the last one. I think that's Veilguard.
How can you tell?
Lace Harding, you should not have come.
You needed help.
What are we doing here, Veilguard?
We had to do something once we knew you were in danger.
You are both fools, and I am forever grateful for it.
What happened?
The memory is clouded. I recall a cry in the shadows, and then nothing. I awoke in darkness, pressed against the stone, no room to even breathe. Time lost meaning. There was a voice in my ears murmuring in despair.
Did you recognize the voice? Who was it?
A shade, a rot within the stone.
And it's after me. The only way to stop it is to face it.
Don't. It will consume you.
You, mister, need to rest. I'll handle it.
You know I'm on board, Lace.
Farther in. That's where the Titan's heart is. That's where I have to go. That's where it ends.
The Titan's heart? Are we in an actual Titan? How do you...
I just know.
Titans are technically the mountains, right? I think we learned that in Inquisition.
Whatever happens, we'll be right here with you.
Thanks. All of you. I'm ready.
Let's get it. With you to the end.
Red lyrium's usually blighted. This isn't that. It's just lyrium that's angry.
Lyrium that's angry. Well, red is the color of anger. Very cliche.
Am I just seeing things? Those crystals look like veins.
And that looks like a spine and a ribcage.
The heart. That's where I have to go.
And here's the boss arena.
I don't understand.
It, looks like you. All right, everyone, breathe. We can handle this.
Look at me! Don't you remember? They broke us into 1,000,000 pieces, and this is all that's left!
Anger. And pain. My anger and my pain.
You cast me out!
I couldn't bear it.
They built their world on the wreckage of us. Vengeance is all we have.
Well, that's not gonna happen. I'm not leaving you down here.
What's she doing?
She'll bring the cavern down, or worse. We have to get to her.
Cast it now, bitch.
We're not leaving, Harding.
Agreed.
We can still get through to her. Harding, this has to stop. You'll kill us all.
Don't you understand what they did? The elves ripped away our dreams so the earth would be still. Why should they thrive while we lie broken and forgotten?
You're Lace Harding! You're more than this rage! You believe that the world is beautiful, that people are good. Hold on to it! Hold on to who you are!
You took everything from us. And you thought you won. But we're still here. We're different. But we're not gone. We will thrive in spite of you.
You remember all that next time Solus tries to give his fucking sub story. About how he took precautions and how it's his mistake and all that. Remember what they did to the Titans? And the consequences of that rearing its head now. That's why when he talks about woe is me, pity me, she can fix me bullshit, I don't buy it.
That was intense. My mind's still clearing. Anyway, you ready to go?
I'm about ready, yeah. Let's say.
Let's get you home.
Stalgard and the others are returning to Kal Shirak to spread word of what happened. They'll need to be strong in the coming days. We all will.
And I think you've proven your strength.
Me? Oh, I couldn't have done it without you. You can ask me how I'm feeling, you know?
How are you?
I used to worry that I'd lose myself to the Titans. But I wouldn't even be here without them, would I? How could I lose myself when they were always a part of me?
So, what's next for you?
First, we stop the Elven Gods. And after that, well, one step at a time. See where it takes me.
Trust yourself. I do.
You're just a bottomless well of support, aren't ya?
I try.
Oh, and I don't know if I said thank you, so thank you, Rook. I wouldn't be here without you.
I don't take it as too much of a compliment. For the record, I wouldn't have left any of my companions down there. It does help that you were in Inquisition, though. Hardin returned to the Deep Roads to rescue innocent dwarves who had fallen prey to a shade from the stone. Confronting the shade, Harding learned that it was born of her own misplaced rage at the fate of her Titan ancestors. Acceptance of the truth, and her own shadow self, has given Harding complete ownership of her Titan gift. What this means for her remains to be seen. I wonder if you're considered a Veilguard companion now. I have an update from Lavendel. Rook, we watch a Darkspawn movement as always. They put up a fight when wandering the woods and wetlands, but we'd rather battle them out there than in Lavendel itself. Small improvements are still improvements. I felt something strange was happening before you sent word to us. Things have only gotten stranger, and more daunting since. But if we are tangled in this, at least we are tangled together. There is no one I trust more in this world than Evka, but you can be second. We both wish you luck, and rest when you can find it. Your friends, Anton and Evka. We did get a good old level up, which means now we have access to our final ability down here in the Lords of Fortune tree, which is Violent Catharsis. Expending rage heals you for 100% of the rage spent, which is, I guess, going to make us more unkillable, and we're already doing pretty good on that front. Alright, we do have one more point. So, equipping an ability of each damage, we're not doing that relay. Gain enhanced damage on critical hit kill, necrotic damage, max necrosis. Explosive toss, not really a cup of tea right now. Effects of duration abilities. Defeating an enemy with a smash ability grants rally party. I can't check what rally party is, okay. Well, that's something to consider. That's more shield volley goodies. Shield toss, return to sender. When you interrupt an enemy in the middle of an attack with a control ability, 15% bonus damage. Defense plus 20, that's the heavy armor stuff. Using control ability attacks and versus enemies with high health deals 100% stagger. Agile charge and final attacks deal 15% bonus damage to enemies suffering from affliction. Determined death. You can now hold down your final attacks, strengthening their impacts. Releasing with perfect timing adds powerful effects based on your weapon type. And we have final attacks are critical hits versus enemies with low health. And this will take us up into this tree, which is going to be nice for us actually. So we'll do this. And we get access to this tree and we'll deal with that at some point too. Now that we have these crits, which is final attacks versus our critical hits automatically versus enemies with low health. Come back up to this tree and gain enhanced damage on critical hit kill. That'll rotate in nicely. So we'll spend our next point on this probably. And then we'll go through the rest. Now, I know there's plenty of skill points on plenty of people here, but Davrin is the one that I saw go up a bunch last time. That Sound Strike, it is. Let's take a look at some of this. The initial impact now applies bleeding. The initial impact now applies burning to the target. So let's get him to set him on fire. Damage versus armor is always good. Faster cooldown is always good. 25% damage, or delivers another attack to a nearby enemy at 50% of the base damage. Let's just get it beefier, so we can get lots of single point focus damage when we get those combos off. We might be able to outright kill a bunch of stuff like that, honestly. Alright, is there anybody else to chit-chat to? There is Bellara. Oh, and Davrin. Okay, so let's go talk to the gang. Before we wrap up, we'll head around and speak to some people. I think Bellara was straight across, right? In her room? Correct. And then Davrin's with Emmrich.
She felt it all over. Her attraction to the hero.
She's writing her own romance novels now.
Properly contained tingle. Nearly exquisite. Properly contained. No, sounds bad. Okay, cut the middle line, much more natural.
What are you working on?
Oh! Rook! I didn't see you. What did you hear?
Not sure what it was, but it sounded pretty good.
Oh, really? Well, thank you. Nev found me more serials. I've read them, all of them, multiple times. And I thought maybe I could try
You'll be printing the next edition of Hard in Hightown in no time.
treacherous, but my own sort of thing. For me, and people like me. Something to focus on besides Syrian and all of that.
It's a good idea.
And you know, you're also interesting. It helps for inspiration.
Interesting is certainly a word we could use.
But it works. You're fighting ancient gods and everything.
Thanks for the reminder.
And you know the rest. It's impressive. What you've done, I mean, brought everyone together. You're a good person. Really.
Being around good people helps. That's the thing about a team. Everyone brings everyone else up.
That's what they taught me. The veil jumpers, I mean. A team's only as good as its weakest link, so you make them stronger. Like you do, with all of us. So, keep being that kind of person. One everyone can look up to.
I'll try.
Anyways, thanks, Rook. I'll talk to you later. Gotta finish this scene.
Good luck with that. I'd hate to impede on the next big author to hit the Kirkwall markets. Emmrich and Davrin was the last stop. I wonder what they're talking about. Maybe something about all the griffin corpses?
Careful with that.
But of course.
It's the only lead I've got.
My dear Davrin, I'll be as careful with this cloth as if it were burial silk from the Storm Age. And this will be so instructive for Manfred. Ah, Rook, just in time.
Need some help?
Give it a minute. We'll see. That piece of cloth I tore off the Gloom Howler back at the cauldron still has some of its blood on it.
And now, through the application of necromancy, perfected by the Morn Watch through years of meticulous...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the Gloom Howler is.
Rather, discern its nature.
How?
I haven't been wondering if this Gloom Howler used to be a warden or something, maybe.
Patience. To discern, one must sometimes destroy. Ah, yes, of course. How interesting.
What is it?
It says this was elven blood. This was a person.
What? But it howls.
Subtle Rook.
A corrupted person. Not always a monster. And something else. Dirthsel. I'm unfamiliar with the meaning.
An elven word. For covenant. Like a promise. Or a blood oath. I think I get it. An elf who took a vow, then gets blighted. An elf who knew about griffins and warden's secrets.
Almost as if...
It was a warden.
Yeah,
It's one of us.
I thought so. That he used to be a warden and maybe it raised the griffins into battle way back when, and then saw how they were all abandoned at the cauldron, because it clearly was upset about that, whatever it is.
I know this is bad, but it means we have a lead.
Yes, but one that points within.
If Weishaupt knew about it, they never told me. Something else is going on here. I'll put out the word, call in favors, see who might know more. But thanks for your help, Emmrich. You, discerned well.
My pleasure.
Look at us, one big happy family. Yeah, that's not a surprising conclusion to come to, that used to be a warden. I was thinking that from the Cauldron episode. Let's take a peek in our journal. What do we have? I would like to probably do Nev's thing, so... Yeah, I'll split the episode here and then we'll get going with chasing leads. We'll take care of Nev's personal. And that'll be it for the day. Just do a quick little double episode. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause, help improve the channel, and you're feeling particularly generous, please check out the links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age the Veilguard. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.